Oh, yeah, we about to get it started, man. This is the show, man, right here on the Boulevard, Sistrunk Boulevard. We starting off the OG Ride Out Live podcast, Blueprint Studio, and I started off this first show with my man, Ron May in the building!
Yes, sir!
A.K.A. Fat Man!
Damn right, ain't no bullshit.
Hey, man,
But you know what happened to Fat Man?
What happened to Fat Man?
We had to kind of like sponge him down because he was so radical and he was so fight the power and he was so
hip hop, but culture.
He was just he was too much.
Right.
To that we had to kind of suppress him to bring you Ron May. So Fat Man is not here tonight. If he show up, then it is what it is.
What I need to do is celebrate Fat Man because Fat Man helped make a Wildman. You know what I'm saying? So
WPOW.
You know what I mean? But I just want to say I came out here in 1982 and I heard this. It was 12 o'clock, the lunch bunch. And 12 o'clock came on a WRBD, and I heard Sexy Lady the Cheap, Where's the Beef? And it was like Sexy Lady the Cheap on Foresight Records. And then I went to Lauder Hill Mall and saw Foresight Records, the store. And I realized it was all the same. Adrian was in there, otherwise known as MC80. He was in the back, Vanis Lopez.
My manager, my mentor, I talk to her every day, Vanis Lopez. Shout out to Vanis Lopez. I love Vanis. She's my queen. I've been around the world 8-10 times, and I always come back to Vanis Lopez and tell her thank you, because she taught me so much in a short period of time. To that it just like expedited my career to where I'm at now.
When my first time seeing you was hearing you, you know, and I just like, man, who is this guy? And you was at Foresight. You was just loud. And then I went to Nepenthes. Then a couple years later, I came back. I moved back here in 84. I visited 82, 83.
Right.
I was visiting here from Quincy, Illinois. I moved back in 84. I went to the Fresh Fest. And
at Lockhart Stadium.
Lockhart Stadium. Uncle Wiz took me there. You was there. I was just see you, but I didn't know who was who. But I said, man, that's the dude who I saw at the record store. And then it was like, Wiz took me. He's like, man, I got Run DMC at Sistrunk the following week. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, I'm new here, but I'm coming up in this culture of hip hop, and I just want to understand, like, at that time period, what was you doing? Like, how did you get started? You know, from high school to this time, like.
Well, my start, my humble beginning came with a crew called Pippin Mobile Disco, and they had the Starlight Ballroom at the time. I was a dancer, and I was dancing before, like, you know, I came to the club early and I was dancing. We used to put baby powder on the floor, and I was dancing, and I saw this guy. No, I'm going too far ahead. Let's go back to Foresight Records.
Right.
I was at Foresight Records, and I became Gigolo Tony DJ, and we was on the tutelage of Vanis Lopez. Shout out to Vanis Lopez, and she took us on the road. And on the road, we met people like DJ Toomp was a star night DJ, MC Shy D. He used to come to all our shows. We used to go to South Georgia. We never went past North Carolina at the time because it was bass music. Bass never reached that far. But as far as Georgia, Alabama. South Carolina, Alabama, all that there, it didn't even go to the west, to Texas and Louisiana and all that. But we had a niche. And that's what we did. We stuck to the niche, and subsequently to that, we ended up signing MC Shy D, Manny Fresh, and Gregory D came on to Foresight Records. Even Usher came on to Foresight Records back in that time, and we just build. We build, and I learned from some of the best, from Billy Hines and Vanis Lopez, from Frank Cornelius Sr., and we just grew, man.
And that all happened here in Broward County.
Right in Broward County, man. I used to go to the studio, to Sound Science Studio right on 9th. It's It's a Foot Locker there right now. Ninth
Mm-hmm.
Avenue
Right down
on
the
the
block.
right down the block.
Mm-hmm.
Ninth Avenue is a Foot Locker there right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where I used to go there and sit in there with Frank and just look at him mix the songs because I was mixing records, but he was mixing on a console, and I said, man, I gotta learn how to mix on a console.
Mm.
And that's when I started saying, you know what? Do I want to be a producer? Do I want to be a DJ? What do I was so lost, so I dabbled in all of it, and
Mm-hmm.
I just learned. I was a sponge mind, and I learned the whole game.
Yeah, because I mean, when I saw you in the Pentas, and you commanded on I used to go to the Pentas on a Saturday with the Spanish crowd,
Right.
and
It was
then
Spanish night. You right the good. You did your homework.
yes,
Yeah.
I was there on Saturday. I was in there with the Spanish crowd, and then when I went on Sunday, it was totally different. They made you buy food, like everything was like totally
Yeah, the
different.
little drinks, the little
Everything.
orange sodas and stuff.
You had to be able to pass the bathroom. If you was able to pass the bathroom without getting knocked out by the 14th Street players, you was cool.
You was cool.
You was cool,
You was
So
cool.
you had to go through all these rite of passages, but the way you rocked the Pentas back then, it was incredible, bro.
What I did is that I went on the first time I went. We started on Wednesday night was R&B night with WIBD, Dr. J,
Mm.
and I think Chico was involved, and then I said, you know what, we need to get the young crowd in because this club was amazing. It was there's
Mhm.
no club in Fort Lauderdale in South Florida right now that could compete against the sound system, the ambience of a room, or everything. The closest thing you can get to Nepenthe right now is there. That's in
Hard
in
Rock,
Hard Rock
right?
with the sound system, the acoustics of the sound, and the
Mhm.
whole nine. And then I was saying, like, I need to do a Sunday night here. So I want to talk to the guy and say, hey, man, we need to do a Sunday night here. Da da da. I could bring this crowd. And it was like, yeah. We've heard that before. And then me and Phil Jones, we went in there, and that's what we did. I think that was around 1983 or something, 85 or something like that.
84, 85.
And we brought in, and then we started bringing in groups, like Planet Patrol,
Yep.
Run DMC,
Everybody.
Divine Sound.
It was so cool that you got to see everybody here in Fort Lauderdale. We didn't have to go to Miami because everybody was coming here as well.
right.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
see, Luke was doing everybody down there.
Right, yes, at Straw. I mean, at
At the
Pac
Pac
Jam.
Jam.
Because
Yeah,
I went
the
to go see
old
De La
Pac Jam.
Soul. I went to go see Chubb Rock
Right.
over there. You know what I'm saying? And that was because see, like we came up, I came up at BA and we rode scooters, and we'd take 3 cars every Friday to 79th Street because that's where all of the prostitutes was, and we used to
Yeah.
get all the prostitutes, and then we go to Pac Jam and get in the Throw the D contest.
Right.
That was 86, 87.
Right.
And then I want to say, like, me and you, I always used to see you, but we never really talked, but we'd connect, but you'll always see me on the scene. And I just remember in 1988, you called me and you was like, hey, come to 17th Street, the Marriott. Meet me there at 2 o'clock. It's a music conference. And I was like, what's
Right.
a music conference? So I went there, and it was the Winter Music Conference. It was just a bunch of white people, and it was just
Yeah.
they was just talking music, and I was just like, wow, this is so cool. And then
And it wasn't hip hop. It was dance,
Dance
music.
music.
Back then,
yeah.
I had the Wiz Kids, Kevin, shout out
Mhm.
to Kevin Flournoy, Wayne Walters, the Wiz Kids, they still my guys. Kevin is doing Broadway plays. Wayne is a big sound producer for a lot of big companies. And what we did then, I took them and we started remixing dance records from Stevie. Our first big records was Stevie B,
Yeah.
Part of Your Body, and then we did his subsequent single, Spring Love. From there, we did Voice and Fashion,
Incredible.
Noel. We did Security, the Beat Club, and it was just on and on and on and on. It was just so amazing, man. What we did in the dance music space.
Yep. But it was like when you was there, you had the Poison Clan with you. You had Deb and JT Money,
Right.
and I met them, and you was like, yeah, man.
That was a little later on.
That was later.
That was a little later on when I had Poison Clan, because how I got to Poison Clan and them was when um, doing the dance music scene. Um, I met Peter Thomas at the time, and Peter Thomas and Mark Ruth had a company called Tab Dash, and I was doing radio at 99 Jams with B.J. Barry.
But you I remember you bought the first mix show to Hot 105. They started mixing
Hot 105. I did the first hip hop show.
Right, the first show.
Yeah, and when they was on Alhambra Circle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about when Schoolie D had PSK with no clean version, and I had to mix the song to. I had to mix it to take out the curse words.
Right.
I listened to the song that much,
right,
to where I had to know where the cuts came in. But I mean, it's like it's just been a journey, man. And I'm still riding high right now. Like they was like, how do you keep going? I'd say all you have to do is listen. Keep your ear to the street. Listen to what's going on. Listen to who's next. I'm a teacher, but I always listen to my students. You're one of my students. I listen to, if Teddy says this, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you evolve. That's like it. Evolution. You cannot evolve if you don't know your groundwork, your derivative, your starting point.
I mean, but you know, it's like for me, you got in with Luke, you know, and that was like incredible. The stuff you was marketing with Luke, and Luke got you with everybody. You was Ice Cube, Jermaine Dupri. You know, so how did you connect business wise with everybody?
Well, with Luke, you know, I was through the dance stuff. I got a call on a Sunday morning. I was living in Lauderdale Lakes, right where Hawaiian Garden. Back, if you go all the way back, it was Tahiti Garden, and then back there in the back, they called Tropical Garden. So I used to live back there in Tropical Garden. I had a little studio set up in my house and everything. And I got a call one day on a Sunday morning, and this guy's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "Who is this?" "This is Larry." I said, "Larry who?" He said, "It's Larry Blackman." I said, "Who?" He said, "Larry Blackman." I said, "From Cameo?" Yeah. Click, and hung up. The nigga called me back and was like, "Yo, this is LB. This is Larry Blackman. I heard about you, blah, blah, blah." And we started talking, and I was like, so this shit is real, right? So I'm talking to Larry Blackman on the phone, and now I'm tripping because I'm on the phone with fucking
Cameo.
Ow! Word up! I'm like, word up, motherfucker! Like, so I'm talking to Larry Blackman and shit. Like, he was like, "Yeah, I heard about you, da-da-da-da. Can you come by my office? In fact, you know what? Come to my house." So he told me to come to his house. Went to his house, Golden Beach, 2 houses down is Pee Wee Herman, and I'm in there, and I'm talking to him. I'm talking to him, and while I'm talking to Larry Blackman, it was like, wow, I'm in the fucking house talking to Larry Blackman from Cameo. So I'm talking to him, and I'm like, damn, boom, boom, boom. He was like, "I want you to be my production manager." I'm like, what? Are you serious? Like, I'm saying to myself, but I'm not freaking out of my clothes.
Right.
But I'm like, I'm about to be the production manager. He's like, "Yeah, da-da-da-da. I heard about your kids, da-da-da. Are they biological?" I was like, "No." I named them the Wiz Kids because they are wizards of their music craft with the remixes and editing and stuff that we was doing. And it was all good. And boom. So subsequently to that, Larry wanted to move to L.A. And I wasn't ready to move to L.A. And I had two choices. Michael Malden called me up. Shout out to Michael Malden.
Michael Malden, Jermaine Dupri's father.
Michael Malden called me up. He moved on 72nd. He played me 2 records, Teddy. He played me Arrested Development. And he played me Crisscross. He said, "Ron May." He called me Ron May back then. He called me Fat Man.
Fat Man, what's your name?
He was like, "If these 2 records don't pop, I'm going into real estate," because real estate was popping back then. I'm going to get into real estate, blah, 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 and like, blah, blah, blah. And he played me Mr. Wendell and another song but he played what stuck to me because he gave me a flyer with these kids that had their clothes turned back. He said, "I'm going to have the whole world wearing kids with their clothes. I say, Mike, that's redundant. I mean, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, but because Luke, I mean, Larry had left,
Mm-hmm.
and Luke office called me also. But I took the meeting with Michael Malden.
Mm-hmm.
When I took the meeting with Michael Malden, he played me jump with crisscross, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. I was like, but Mike, I need money now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was, when I tell you super hustle,
Mm-hmm.
hustle was like, I probably used to get probably 3 hours of sleep
Mm.
back then. No drugs, no nothing, no shooting up, no cocaine, no nothing. I was just on the grind. It was like boom, boom, sleep, jump up. What we doing? Boom, 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 boom. Get the phone. Boom, two-way. Boom, boom, pager.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Answer the call. So, Michael, I mean, I did that. Took the meeting with him, and he was like, "I need you, man." Blah 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 blah. At the same time, Peter Thomas, Mark Ruth had a company called Tab Dash.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back, ladies and gentlemen, and look at R. Kelly's first album,
Mm-hmm.
it was on Tab Dash Records,
Mm-hmm.
which got confiscated by
Jive.
the government.
Mm.
The government gets the royalties to that first album. Then the second album was the first album,
Mm-hmm.
which is on Tab Dash Jive, Born into the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And so we was in that era, and I'm working with Peter Thomas, Mark Ruth, and it was a crazy moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
You had to make a decision, and I passed on Crisscross because Luke office called me and said, "Hey, do you have a passport?" I was like, "Sure." I ain't had no passport. They called me on a Monday. They said, "Can you come by the office on Thursday?" Sure. I paid $250, expedited my passport. When I walked into the office, I gave him my passport. They say, "Luke wants you to be his engineer and go to Japan." The first time I ever really sat down with Luther Roderick Campbell, sorry, Luke, it was in Japan.
In Japan.
They had already flew over there.
Mm.
I flew by myself,
Mm.
flew over there, boom, and me and him been connected. That's my brother. I love him, and we've been doing business ever since.
I mean, you lived in the boat, Scandalous. I remember those times over there.
Yeah, Scandalous. We was
Man.
parked in during
Biscayne
that
Bay.
time. We was behind
Marriott.
Marriott
The Marriott.
right there.
I remember
And then when Biggie
was upstairs for the Super Bowl.
and he said, "I'm getting high, and getting head on loose boat."
Boat. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
but remember, now people started bringing me records,
Mhm.
sending me records,
Mm-hmm.
and I had Junior Mafia.
Mhm.
They
Yeah,
sent
oh,
Atlantic
man.
Records sent me Junior Mafia, and you were just starting. I say, "Hey, I got the perfect person.
Man.
I'm gonna get the Teddy T."
You called me Saturday morning. We was on Flavor 919, and you was like, "Hey, I was in the studio last night. You should hear the record that they just made." And I was like, "Man, we on the radio." And you said, "Meet me downstairs." You played it, and I was like, "Man, you got to give it to me." He was like, "I can't do that." I was like, "Come on, man. Why won't just listen to it?" So
I
went.
said, "Just listen to it. I can't give you the record, but just listen
I said,
to
"Well,
it."
let's just take it upstairs and we'll play it." So we played it on the radio, and then from that, then you bought us Peter Thomas because we had a mixtape that was playing in his office, and he wanted to meet Ant-Man, and then you got him to pay me to promote Ant-Man to do the all the showcases for the first How Can I Be Down.
Yeah.
You know, the very first How Can I Be Down. You know what I'm saying?
And How Can I Be Down? And that's when I met my good friend Jimmy Henchman at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a Gators, and I started Black Power Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Black,
We
Shout
did
to Black.
Shout out to Black.
And we did How Can I Be Down? And it
was funny
just
'cause
kept going.
You bought Black, and then Black saw me and he said, "Man, y'all from Lauderdale. Why y'all come to Miami and do this radio stuff?"
Right.
It's like, because nobody
Nobody else
do it in
doing it.
Broward. Nobody else
And
can do it.
Mark T and them started doing 90.9.
But no, but
Ghetto
then
radio?
well, Black, that's what Black did. Black was like, "Give me 2 weeks."
Right.
And we started Ghetto Radio. And Carl and all them was up there. He said, "Man, the radio station is going. Y'all go up there." And the first, we went up there, Carl and everybody was up there. And then we was like, he said, "Man, why y'all ain't been on the radio?" We was like, "We gonna let them." He's like, "Man, So he said, man, meet me over there. So we get over there, and he make all them leave, and then that's when we started Ghetto Radio. Slick Vic used to come up there every day. Me, Greg, we did that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like back then it was crazy because it's like we never really had real conversations. Lent, you would just call me or you would just bring people to me.
Yeah.
Like that's like you really
here it is. Let's go.
Move.
Let's
yeah,
go.
like
yeah.
you, yeah.
Move,
it
move,
wasn't.
move.
You know what I mean?
But that's what I was on.
That's
right
what
now,
you
I'm
was
a little more
on.
reserved and laid back. You know.
How did you get to this point? I know you had to kill Fat Man, but how did you get to this point now? I know age and experience, but I mean, through all the things that you've been through, I think it's a learning experience, you know, especially for me, you know, and for guys like us to evolve and domesticate to be able to come back to life. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I went through that. I had to go through my Fat Man stage of being Wildman, and it took me through the window. I almost killed myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's really a real lifestyle that you have to be in control of. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because some things happen so fast. But I just always wanted to thank you for just always believing in me. That's what I could just
all
say.
The time,
You always believed in me every time.
All the time. All my anybody that came under me or that I grabbed along, like Baby said, he's around here somewhere.
Baby said we got to bring Baby said.
We're gonna bring Baby said into everybody that believed in me. Because I saw how they looked up to me, and anytime somebody, I never wanted to be like a role model.
Mm-hmm.
Like I play a role, but I didn't want to model myself to that. That's what you're gonna. You have to. You can emulate and take from me the imperial knowledge,
right?
But be your own.
Be your own person.
Be your own person, man. You
Mm-hmm.
got to be your own person and do your own thing. And that's what I
was,
like about you. You spent off. You took everything I ever told you and flipped it, man. When you was at the top of your game, I remember Pound 96. It was like you had a whole security team that you couldn't even. I was like, hey, I want to talk to y'all. Back up. I'm like, back up. That's it's like, back up. He'll talk to you later. I was like, can you just tell them that Rame is here? His,
you know that.
You know, but it's all good. But that's what we do.
It was definitely like, you know, through all the different elements of growing up, and then, you know, coming in now, you know, working with E-Class, and you do working with Flow, and like talk to us about that.
Like with E-Class, I went to Atlanta. You know, I had to transition in '95 where I went to Atlanta. And I came back.
I say 40th Street Records.
40th Street Records. Shout out to 40. Shout out to all my crew, Larry, everybody, Quavo Gold, Carisha. You know, that's a whole nother movie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then I came back and I got with E-Class. Like I was on South. I was on South Beach before they knew what South Beach was.
Mm-hmm.
I was on South Beach with my sister Jill. God bless her dead, Jill Tracy.
That's right.
And I was sitting on in front of the Marlin, smoking a cigar, in front of the Marlin, and I'm sitting there, and I see these guys coming down the street, and they fucking sweating. Everybody got on a shirt that said, "Po' boy, we here," blah, blah, blah. And it was like, so I'm on the other side of the street from the Marlin, right? I get off the thing, and I walk across the street, and he's in front of them. And I walk up to this guy, and these guys jumped in front of me like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, pipe down, little blood. Like, now, what's up? I say, hey, well, what's happening, man? He said, ain't nothing. What's going on, my nigga? And I'm like, damn, like that? I'm like, I'm Ron May, blah, blah, blah. Like, what y'all doing? And he said, you Ron May? He said, you the Ron May? I said, yeah. He said, nigga, I've been looking for you. Boom, 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 boom. Gave me his number. Come by my office. Boom. And we've been connected ever since.
Mm-hmm.
We've been connected ever since that. And that was before the Flow Riders, the Ross, and everything. And I just got in there with him. I say, okay, boom. I'm going to get out with you. Da-da-da-da. Didn't even take no salary or nothing. I said, I want to help you build this company because I believe in you. Because I saw what I saw
That day.
is what people see now.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the grinder, Freezy, with a big old oversized 3X shirt on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And all these goons, and they just like ready to go to war, like pipe down.
Mm-hmm.
But they was aggressive on the street, and I said I like that. I want to be a part of that. And me and E-Class hooked up that. Subsequently to that, we where we are now is with, Food Giants is our brand,
Mm-hmm.
which we have all the finger lickings. We have finger lickings. We have
Jamaican restaurant.
which is all 9 locations now. We built that, and we have Bar Idol.
Mm-hmm.
We have Island Things.
Island Things.
We have Root
joint.
Beer. Big Chuck. Shout out to Big Chuck. We have Island Things with Big Chuck, and then affiliates is Sundays with Trick, and they have one in Miami, but now we open it up on Sistrunk.
With Sunday's Eatery.
That's about to be a major move that we got to go out there and stand
Right here in
in
Broward County.
Broward County, baby. I always bring it back to Broward County. And everybody think, I just want to set the record straight on the Teddy T show. I'm going to let you see my eyes. I'm Ron May.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not from Miami-Dade County.
We're not from
I
Miami.
am from Broward
We're
County,
from Broward.
bro.
They think I'm from Broward and Miami too.
I'm not. Shout out to Dade County, all my constituents, all my affiliates, from Big Terry to DJ Irie to Khaled to everybody.
Everybody.
I am from Broward.
We live in Broward, but we get paid in Dade.
We get paid in Dade, man. And I love all my Dade guys, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I love everybody. And I do business with them, and we do good business together.
It's really crazy how I've worked with everybody that you worked with.
Exactly.
Everybody. I'm over there running the radio station over there with E-Class and freezing them now. I've been over there, and I just think it's a blessing, you know what I'm saying, to know you.
Every day. You strong.
know.
You IMG Strong Arm. Shout out to Freezy. Mathis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. I call him Judge Mathis.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you brought somebody here. We want to introduce him before we get up out of here, man. Come over here. So
We're going to come in. Hey, man, this is my guy. This is Paul Morris. Man, he's next. When I tell you when I stamp like an artist, I have to believe in you first,
right,
and foremost. I went to a showcase to see another artist, and I ran into this guy. I mean, I heard this guy, and he sung this record called Shea Butter, and I was looking, I'm like, damn, I'm here to see somebody else, and I don't want to like overshadow that guy, but I was like, this guy is much better, and then come to find out, I connected with him, we talked, and he sent me some songs. And like, you don't want to get too excited. And then you was like, are these ears old? And you start getting Q-tips and shit with putting fucking olive oil on them and getting your shit out. Then you listen to it on your phone. Then you listen on a disc. And then you listen on the big shit. And everything. And then you say, okay, I tell you what. I'm going to send it to fucking 10 people. If 5 people, which is half of 10, hit me back and say it's a go, or Rame, you wasting your time, then I'm going to take a shot at it. Because I feel like I'm over the hill.
Right.
I'm done.
We're not done.
I'm not done, but you know what I mean.
Right.
I was saying, like, I want to take a shot with this kid. You know what I'm saying? And then I took it to radio, and then people were like, oh, yeah, I like it. Blah, 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 blah. And then after I heard, but I was telling them the song that I like, and they was opposing the song that I like. Oh, I think this one is better versus this one. And I was like, okay, cool. That's how you feel? That's how you feel? I go in the majority. I don't care about my ears, like, but I know songs that stick and songs that's going to have longevity.
Right.
Like, that's what you have to look at, not what's happening.
Right
Some
now.
people listen to a song and they listen to what's going on right now.
For the
I don't
moment.
look at the now.
Right.
I'm not in the moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm down
Down the road.
2 years down the road. And if that be the case, then, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Paul Morris.
Paul Morris, ladies and gentlemen.
Paul!
Yup, what's good? Y'all can hear me out there?
Yeah, you
They
good.
can hear you, man.
Yeah, man. So I am raised and born and raised in Dade, but I just moved to Broward County. My family, born and raised in Dade, just moved to Broward County. My family's from Jamaica, and I've been doing this for quite some time. Started out in church, just
Didn't we all?
right? Doing choreography for Papa Son, and I opened up for Lecrae and all these type of things. And then Ty Shane Thompson, he gave me a chance. He produced my first project. I knew him when he was standing on crates, and now he's producing for Beyonce and Kanye West, etc. And man, just good people like Ron May never let me give up, man. I remember every time I had my daughter, I was on touring around the world and doing radio and music, etc. And I had my daughter, and I said, I'm gonna take a step back to be a dad. And all my friends was like, you can't give up. So even when I was like, yo, I'm chilling, they would send me beats. They would get me in the studio. I got this young lady over there with a camera. She saw me. She said she just want to come and support. And God always just sent people to push me. Even when I met Ron, I came out. Somebody asked me to just take some pictures at a restaurant. I'm like, I'm going to spend my Friday night taking pictures. All right, but I pulled up, and I was like, you know what? And before I even got in the door, DJ Sko said, you a singer, bro. Get on that mic. He ain't never here. He never seen me.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He said you an artist. Put the camera away and hop on the mic.
That's family.
Never
That's
heard
our
me
brother.
sing.
That's
I
my
never
brother.
knew that.
Yeah.
That's my brother, DJ
That's
Sko.
I never
That's our
knew
family.
that.
DJ Sko
So-
didn't.
That's dope.
They had me there listening to this other artist.
Mm-hmm.
The other artist, he was cool.
Mhm.
But when he got up there and he sung, and I was like, wow, Sko, get me him. He was like, dude, no, not the dude that you was talking about. Get me that dude. The dude with the camera. Because he sung and picked his camera back up and started shooting. I'm like, get me the dude with the camera.
The camera dude.
Cameraman. And he came over and we started talking. He was very modest. And I was like, yeah, I'm Ron May, blah, blah, blah. He was like, heard it all before. Da, da, da. And I told him, I said, listen, bro, I'm not your fly by night.
Mm-mm.
I like what I heard.
Definitely.
Can you give me more? He was like, bro, I got 50 records
Woo! Ready to go.
right now, ready to go. And I say, so you're a writer? He said, yes. He say, and I got 50 more. I was like, say less.
That's it.
Give me what you got. The man sent me some songs, and like, you know how you don't want to be excited
Mm-hmm.
about the excitement?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I'm not gonna get excited. Maybe it's just a fluke. And I started listening to the songs, and I was like, wow, this kid really got something. Like it's something is there, and I'm not gonna pass up on an opportunity. I was just telling somebody today about taking a catering job for a certain amount of money, and they would say, "Oh, it's all about the money. It's all about the money." I say, "No, it's about the relationship."
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Nah, man, I got to get my money. I say, bro,
The longevity's
if
in a
you
relationship.
strong relationship, you will always get money. I be a relationship. My company's called the Rolodex Group. My new company's called the Rolodex. My slogan is, if we don't have it, it don't fucking exist. You know what I'm saying? Anything you want but dope, I got you.
That's
You
it.
want a fucking steel bar? You want concrete blocks? I got you. Whatever we doing.
Whatever.
But he came out tonight with me at Hyde. They got a little speakeasy, Simone and Ingrid and all them was over there, and it was good. He lit the stage up, and congratulations, man.
Thank you, family.
You really did your thing.
Thank you, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely
And I
doing
like
it.
that.
Definitely doing it. Look, we got to get ready to get up out of here. It's the first episode right here at Blueprint Studio at Providence Market on Sistrunk OG Right Out Live. Give out your social media so they can follow you.
Right, my name is Paul Morris, and you can find me on all social media at The Real Paul Morris. Everything grammatically correct. THE RealPaulMorris. The Real Paul Morris. And if you're looking for some photography, just flip the reel to an actual video reel. REEL. The Real Paul Morris.
Real Paul Morris.
Paul!
Like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's it,
Where's Baby Said? Can we get Baby Said in here real quick?
Baby Said around.
Baby said in there working, man.
Who knows what Baby Said is at? Baby Said is close by. I don't know if he's in the room. He might be in another room, man. But
What? See what Baby Said.
Let me see if I get him out.
Let me see real quick.
Just get him in here right quick, man.
30 seconds.
Man.
Because I don't know what he doing. He got his
He got
his little situation. But I'm trying to tell him, man, you need to sign some motherfucker. He got this girl.
He always got something, man.
Yeah.
Baby Said from Broward County.
Broward County. Take a seat.
Take a seat.
Hey. We're going to commercial break. We back for commercial break. Go ahead.
Hey, OG Right Out Live. We got my man in the building, man. Another legend in the building, man. My man,
B.A.
Baby Said.
E.Y.
To the bubble lie, you
To
heard
the
me?
Bubba Live.
Man,
Baby Said.
I met Baby Said at Troy's.
Ha!
You know what I'm saying? That's
DJ. He was a DJ.
DJing at Troy's. That's where I met Baby Said. Next thing I know, he's on the road with Juvenile and never look back. You know what I'm
Never
saying?
look back.
Big shout out to Baby
So, Baby
Said.
Said, right quick, because we about to close out the show. Tell them what you got going on with Cedric McDowell Entertainment Music. What we doing?
What we doing right now, we got a lot of situations going on right now. We got some things on the table with Sony, BMG, Atlantic. We got some things going on, some things about to pop. A lot of things in works right now. So right now, what we finna do, we're gonna do something big.
Big.
What's the artist that you have a situation with? Can you expound on that? Or not? You don't want to talk about that?
I'll expound until it
comes to fruition.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we ain't going to talk about that then.
But it's coming.
It's coming.
Oh,
yeah.
most definitely.
He got some pipeline stuff that's going on. And Sid has always been, next to me and from way back in the 4th Street Records days. And he got his thing going on now. And all I'm trying to do is add fuel to his fire. And to see, I just want to see him win. I tell him that every time we get in the car, we could be going to Jazz in the Garden and everything, and I grab him like, see, like, what the fuck is it? I said, nigga, I want to see you win. I just
Win.
I just want to see you win. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all the hype, because it's a lot of hype.
A lot of hype.
That go on with all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get caught up in the hype.
Mm-mm.
Like, there's no fame. I mean, there's no treasure in fame.
Mm-mm.
You could be famous. Like, I don't like famous people.
Mm-mm.
I like effective people.
Mm-hmm.
Because fame is just fame. The day that they don't move the velvet rope for you, you're not effective.
Over.
That means you're not effective no more.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when I go somewhere, I just show up. A lot of times, me and said we just show up, and they be like, "How y'all get in these concerts? How y'all get backstage?" I say we just show up.
Mm-hmm.
If they deny us, then we must not be doing something right or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're not. We have made a mark. I come to make a mark that cannot be erased. I come to build a legacy. In order to leave a legacy, you have to leave it with currency, and that's what I'm setting up right now. That's what everybody that's around me and that's involved with me, I'm building up their shit to where they have money, to that they have a trust fund that they leave for their kids.
That's
because
right.
You can't, come on, no man know the day or the hour of his demise.
That's it.
Right?
Better
You
be
never
prepared.
seen a U-Haul truck going down 19th with behind Boyd Funeral Home. Shout out to Boyd Funeral Home. Mick White or whoever. You never seen that. So you can't take it with you. So build it now for your kids and whoever else that with you, or even the people that's down with you and you breaking bread with them. Build a team, man. You cannot do this shit by yourself.
At all.
You cannot do it by yourself. Build your fucking team. All I want around me is good people and a good team, a good solid team. And I just want to bring people up, because in Jamaica we say We came to this country. We earn, learn, and return. I'm trying to build a house in Jamaica right now. Say it. What's happening? What?
You know, sometimes a lot of people let their fame go to their brain.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
When they get to their brain because of fame, they're not understanding that any given day that fame could be taken away from you.
Just like
Right.
that.
You know, you just hot for this is why I'm hot.
A
You can be
season.
hot for a season.
Right.
There's a time and a place for everything, and sometimes it's good to. I tell people all the time in this business, never chase a bag, chase a relationship, because the relationship will bring you a bag. Somebody will think about you and the time when they want to do business or make business. They'll say, you know, let me call Teddy T, or let me call Ron May. Maybe they can connect some dots. They can do this, and they can do that. You know what I mean?
You do it all the
Instead of-
time with me. Where you get people
Yeah.
that come in and say, "Hey man, I want to get him on the radio."
Yeah.
You know, so that's what it's about.
So it's about helping one another. Never forgetting where you come from.
Mm-hmm.
And I would never forget you two guys, you know what I mean? Because y'all have been a great inspiration into me and the things that I've been doing and got
Likewise,
going on.
though. Likewise.
Both exactly.
Don't get it twisted.
And like I say, Ron May, he put me on his first tour ever. You know, Black College tour. Shout out to my boy Milk, Josiah Skiles, man, and Fahim and them guys, man. I had some time with them fellas on the road back when it was Anne Marie, Jack and Edge, Glenn Jones, Peter Pablo, Alicia Keys. I mean, they had a lot of people that was coming through. Tiara Marie, and some of them pop and some of them didn't pop. But the whole effective thing was we toured the world, and it was all made possible from just relationships. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I thank God, and I don't forget about Ron May, and I tell people all the time about Teddy, like, these are guys that have paid the way, that have helped people, and a lot of people be unappreciated because they don't understand the value of loyalty.
Right.
So once you be loyal to people and being loyal to the right people, then things can happen. You know, you got a team. Only way the team wins is everybody got to be on the same accord.
Right.
All
If
of our ships
everybody-
must sail in the same direction.
If
Right.
everybody is, you got one person is going this way, one person going that way, the team cannot pop. And so it comes where a formula that you have to use, not abuse, but use.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people abuse a lot of things. They abuse relationships. They abuse people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Thinking they're bigger than the people because of what they know and what they
And what they
experience
do.
and what they do. And they feel like, I got all this money and I can talk to you and do what I want to. It can all be taken away from a twinkling of an eye. You see the situation, what happened with Puffy. They tried to take everything that this guy had accomplished. They want to hit him with a RICO Act. And once you get hit with the RICO Act, that means that you lose everything. They take everything from your houses, your cars, your bank. They freeze everything and they take everything.
Right.
So when you realize this, the 48 powers of law, rule number 1, never outshine the master.
Hey, there it is.
That's that.
Never outshine the master.
Man, it's going down. OG Ride Out Live podcast. We are here. Big shout out to everybody that's tapped in. We got another live show coming up for y'all. Y'all just stay tuned in to the group. We right here at Blueprint Studio, Property Market, Sistrunk Boulevard. We on the block. It's the new block. This for new things is getting started at right here.